Hey guys, Pony Vegeta here with a highlight from an episode of Equinimation. On December 30th of 2013, myself, Manga Man, and Spider-Sex took a look at all the brand new anime series that had come out in 2013, excluding any new seasons or movies, and focusing purely on just brand new series that had come out that year, and giving our top 5 picks for the best, worst, and most wild card series to come out in 2013. The second set we looked at was the bad series that had come out that year, and we each gave our own individual top 5 lists. Now, Spider-Sex only had one particular series that he just thought was absolutely terrible, and just it was so bad to him he couldn't even pick 4 other series. So myself and Manga Man gave our top 5 picks for the worst series that had come out that year, and then we handed it over to him to talk about his just absolute most hated one that year, which resulted in the greatest anime synopsis I have ever heard or will ever hear. And before I play that clip from that episode, fair warning, Equinimation is intended for mature audiences only. We discuss mature topics on that show, and sometimes my co-hosts do use foul language, and this clip is no exception. Spider does use quite a lot of coarse language, so you are warned. If you hear this and would like to watch that episode, I'm going to put a link to that episode on our live stream page in the description below. So check that out. So now, here is Spider-Sex's synopsis of Valvrave the Liberator.
Alright, I would just like to say, I don't even know if this anime came out this year or not, but I'm pretty sure it did. And even if it didn't, I'm talking about it anyways, because this series just made me angry. The runner-up for worst anime series is Amnesia, because that series I thought was good, and I watched the whole 13 episodes for a little bit, and then it turned out the ending was bullshit, and it was awful, and the best guy didn't win that. But this one just takes the cake, and I don't know if any of you have watched this because reasons, but this one, the worst one of this series, this year. This is probably one of the worst I've ever watched ever, is Valvrave the Liberator.
Oh, really?
Who here's familiar with Valvrave the Liberator?
I've seen a couple of the anime episodes, yeah.
I've got it. I have not watched it yet.
You've seen a few episodes? Just watch them all and then come back to me. Okay.
Is this the one? Hold on. Just let me say right here. Is this the one with the vampire powers?
Yes.
Okay, yep, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so the year is like 12,000 XXX or whatever, and then the world is divided between like the free states or the free planets, and it's pretty much the setup to Legend of Galactic Heroes. And then all of a sudden they've got this like super neutral Switzerland in space, and all of a sudden the fucking space Nazis come up and it's like, oh, fuck you, we're gonna take your shit. And then they send in a team of guys and they just kill people, and they're so fucking edgy and they're fucking awesome. And then all of a sudden there's this one kid and he's totally beta, and it's just total beta yuts, just a fool, just an idiot, and he has like this one hot chick just riding up on his dick, and they're like the childhood friends or some shit. And then all of a sudden, oh no, I gotta stop the fucking space Nazis, even though they're fucking white or whatever. So he finds a giant robot directly beneath his school in space, and then he goes up into the fucking giant robot and says, oh, are you sure you don't want to be human anymore? And he's like, yeah, I don't mind not being human anymore. And then it like shoots himself in the neck or something. And then the giant robot just flies out and starts fucking shit up left and right. Space Nazis are dying everywhere. They are like screaming on the overcoms. Like they look like little TIE fighters, and they're just getting their shit wrecked. And then in the confusion, his like friend, or his like best friend that he was going to confess to, gets crushed underneath a bunch of rubble. And then he lands, and when all the space Nazis are gone, he's like, oh god, what have I fucking done? Everything's awful. And then the other guy, who's like this guy, L-Elf or something. It was L-Elf, right? Yeah, it was L-Elf. He comes up and he's like, oh, fuck you, I'm taking this robot. And he shoots him, and he's about to get in the robot when all of a sudden Hakuro, I think his name was, comes back to life, and he is a vampire. So he comes up and he just starts like killing L-Elf, and then stuff happens, and then they get this great idea to form their own independent nation in the school. They take out the section of the satellite they were on, and they like declare their own independence, and they have like a democratically elected system where they designate a prime minister, and the prime minister they make is the daughter of the prime minister herself, who is apparently his girlfriend, who didn't actually get crushed. And then, oh fuck, what happens next? So they make their own place, and they have this really shitty, like they post this, they have this really shitty musical number, and it's like, you are my hero, I am your hero, something like that, and it was all in English, and it was fucking horrible. And then like, he becomes like a fucking national hero on 2chan or something. He literally goes from zero to fucking hero. He becomes like Superman or Batman. He's like, oh, it gets lots of fucking fan mail, and everyone on Nico Duga and 2chan is like, oh, he's so fucking awesome, I want to fuck him, please take my virginity. And then like a bunch of shit happens, and then like this one retarded jock gets a giant robot, and then another guy who was completely bland, and his only redeeming feature his only feature period is that his fucking girlfriend died, and he started angsting over it, and it was blue, and then he gets a fucking robot, and then there's this one girl who's super fucking popular, and she's so fucking popular that he loses control and he rapes her, and then she gets a giant robot, and then they go out, and then they fight, and there's this one last giant robot, and it turns out like this entire school is a breeding ground for pilots for giant robots, and the entire system is to like breed them to make giant robots. And then she gets a giant robot, and then this one shut-in. Like, the entire fucking time, they're building up that it's gonna be Elf who gets the final giant robot. But no, it's this one shut-in. It's this one stupid shut-in who only gets, like, 20 minutes of screen time tops. He's just one Hikikomori who, like, shuts herself in and, like, she doesn't even have a home. She just fucking makes a nest out of chairs and desks in the fucking school. In the fucking school, and no one calls her out on this shit, and apparently she's been doing this for years, and she's the one who gets the last giant robot. And then they all go to the fucking, they all just fucking break everything, and then the whole school just starts falling, and then vampire Illuminati in giant robots. This series made me so mad. And that was Bellrape.
Well done.
That was the greatest anime synopsis I have ever heard performed by anyone.
I am totally gonna have to like cut that bit out and post it up on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Post it up on my YouTube channel as well.
Oh my god. And you know what else? It got a fucking second season. It got two seasons. Yeah. And I haven't watched the second one yet.
Hold on, I want to say one thing. Hello, this is Code Geass. I think you stole our series.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
I'm actually going to say that I kind of liked it when it came out.
I thought it was so good. It was so bad. It was so pants-on-head retarded that it ripped through the crotch and started helicopter dicking straight into traffic.
Helicopter dick, helicopter dick, helicopter dick.